And the Patriots are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, we're having a tough patch. This two shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson on the slant, completes to Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Murray. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On third down, here's Williams. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now Jones on first down. They'll try and set up the screen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Back to throw. Jones. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out.
Touchdown! Ramondre Stevenson with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Pats are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Anthony Jennings able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Looking to throw. Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 40. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. 39 yards there, a big one.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but I got to give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends, going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often...
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Jawan Bentley in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Now Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. They get a big amount back. 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Jones.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. So first and 10 now from the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy. You know, we've talked to guys that have done it.